Are we gonna do a musical episode?
Yeah, it's this one.
Oh shit!
Were you
I
guys
didn't
not
prepare.
writing lines? Were you not writing lines?
No.
Guys! Alright, I'm doing the intro. But it's gonna be different though. It's gonna be different. Be warned, everyone. Ready? Let's go.
What's gonna happen?
Roll is a roll. We got a roll to
Shut
play.
the fuck up. Wait, actually, no, we can just use this as the intro. So actually, I was listening back. I think that the intro is too long. Yeah, because it's been so long. So we're gonna go around the table, and we're gonna word chain it. Are you ready?
Right, because this will be faster.
Yeah. Everyone ready? We'll just go down the line in Discord. All right, go.
Right.
Welcome.
I don't remember what comes after welcome.
Welcome.
You just gotta go with it.
Go.
Two.
The
Game.
Show. That's his word.
this,
Yeah.
What did you say, Cody?
this,
Is
Awesome.
Wow.
please,
subscribe.
Two.
Rar.
Roar? Oh, that's us. Oh, yeah, roar. Yeah, for sure.
Oh no, I was going for like RAWR:3XD.
That's not a YouTube
God.
channel. Help. The end. God help. The end. There we go. Sorry, I stole Greg's word. Welcome back to Roll to
it's
Play.
okay.
It's like episode 7, I think, of... Holy shit, we're getting into it. We're getting into Stars of the City, guys. We're doing it. We're almost
Yay.
past,
Oh my
like,
goodness.
the intro arc as soon as you guys ever get out of here. Holy shit.
Never. I feel safe.
So, last time, right, y'all, fought the drowning worm out in the hallway of the facility after you turned on the power, so everything's back on.
Guy.
Yeah, a lot of people, got a lot of water in their lungs, and Carrie ran at it and gave it a good little slash. Its blood disappeared, but its water and, like, mucus stayed behind. And it crawled back up into the vents. And then you guys went back to the presentation room with where we made Microsoft PowerPoint. What was it, like 2010?
16? I don't know.
Was it 2016? I don't know. You made a Microsoft PowerPoint cannon, and that L Corp is apparently really bad at making them. They were welcoming.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they were welcoming
All the
a
bad
new
transitions.
employee named Carter to the suppression team. And then, the Visitor in the Mist popped up in the room. And if you all remember, I still have that info in resources. It's a lot of reading, but basically they said, yeah,
Right.
the drowning worm's teeth are its sensory organ, and the Visitor in the Mist, like, you can't interact with it while you're breathing its mist, and as a defense mechanism, it has a secondary mist it can expel that'll teleport you around randomly, which is a really bad thing sometimes, and that is not affected by gas masks. That's, like, skin-soluble. And
Right.
it has showed up in your guys' room. Quick description of it as well. It's a weird looking animal. It's like basically a deer with a human head, but the head is lacking all features except eyes, which it has 4 of rather than 2, and they grow bright blue, and it has like almost a dress of mist coming out from its back. So this thing, and it makes whale noises. You're welcome, Isaac, again. So this thing has showed up in the room. What y'all doing? There is one second before I begin. There's also one slide left in the PowerPoint presentation that you guys have not seen yet. But the visitor has just entered.
Yeah, Dr. Geller is 100% prioritizing information.
All right.
Because as far as we know, it's in theory safe as long as we don't threaten it
Yes.
to be in the mist. It might be a little weird and uncomfortable, but like we probably aren't in danger as long as we don't make it feel like it's in danger.
Fair. So Arthur is clicking that PowerPoint one more time.
Yeah, very non-threateningly clicking the PowerPoint.
Very the click goes off and the visitor kills you all. Okay.
And Carrie's got a gas mask also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Carrie
was
does
thinking-
have a gas mask.
I'm just gonna put my gas mask on.
Okay. All right, fair enough. And Moose, what are you up to?
So because it's been a moment.
Yes.
Was it the mist? Was it if you inhale it, it does bad stuff, or just being in it? Because I know like the gas mask mitigates the effect.
It doesn't do anything bad to you as far as you know. The gas, if you breathe it, you can't interact with the visitor. It's like it's a ghost to you if you're breathing the mask, or breathing in the mist, sorry. If you have a mask, you can interact with the visitor.
How long can I hold on to my breath?
Well, let's roll some dice in this dice rolling game, shall we?
Why would I do that?
I think
That's dumb.
I think Dr. Geller, knowing what he knows, he's just gonna be like, well, I'll just breathe it. It's probably it's I probably don't want to interact with it anyway.
You're so
So-
high. Okay. Go ahead, Moose. I would say make an instinct roll, but this is much less like you're drowning, like the worm was, where it was like force yourself not to breathe. I'm gonna make you do a temperance roll to control yourself. Can you roll me?
That's an 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mixed success. You're doing pretty solid. You're doing pretty good. You can hold your breath for a little while. As of right now, just as it enters the room, kind of breaches in from this hallway, the visitor doesn't seem like overly aggressive. Indeed, it seems to just kind of be curiously looking around the room, and particularly at Carrie wearing the gas mask. It may recognize that, but you click to the next slide in the PowerPoint presentation, and the final slide comes up featuring a capsule of enkephalin, which you guys are familiar with. That's the weird power source stuff.
Yeah.
That's the green jelly that
It
Dr.
is.
Geller likes to eat.
Yeah, and Zoe apparently. It pops up, and I'm just gonna read it. You guys have time to read it here. The visitor's just kind of hanging out. It gives some general information on the substance. Enkephalin has far more uses than a simple power source. When consumed, the substance completely removes the feeling of sleep from the body, allowing a person to stay awake and active for multiple days. While enkephalin itself isn't addictive, not needing to rest certainly can be. It is advised you only consume enkephalin during emergencies and to have multiple days of no consumption after a regular dose, allowing your body to manually reset its sleep cycle. While the substance removes the feeling of sleep, it does not eliminate its need, and staying awake for extended periods of time can be incredibly damaging to the body. Please exercise caution when consuming enkephalin, and if you fear you've overdosed or have trouble quitting, take the time to visit the counselor's office. And that's the whole PowerPoint. You click again and it says like thanks for watching, and it spins around on the screen for a while again. And the visitor is slowly getting closer to you as you guys are reading here, Carrie. Wearing your gas mask, you are able to interact with it. It's like within 4 feet of you now. It's just kind of slowly walking up. And it's about your size. Like, it's big. It is a tall creature.
Now, what does it look like? What does it look like again?
It's got like a deer body with a human-shaped head, but it's lacking all features besides eyes on its head, and trailing out behind it is like this light blue mist, almost like a dress, like trailing on the ground behind it and slowly filling up the room.
Just let it do its thing, and hopefully we should all be fine.
Okay. So I kind of give it my Sigma stare back at it as it kind of like encroaches me. Don't really do anything. Don't put my hands up. Keep my hands at my side. Really, don't really move much.
Yeah, you're in the animal defense mode.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I?
Yeah.
So, if I remember correctly, we tried to like get like the hard drives out and failed, right?
Yes.
If I recall.
Yes.
Can I look around to see if there's any kind of like data storage device?
Okay.
in the room to see if I can maybe like download some stuff and get it out of here.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check. Throw those 2d6 for me.
I will. That's 8.
A mixed success. Okay. Let's see. This was the room, if you remember, that you had the worm on the ceiling of when you first entered it while the power was off. And that slime that's been, like, up on the ceiling has slowly dripped down over many, what assumes to be weeks, days, however long. You know, it's just mucus. But you see that it has almost perfectly fallen onto what appears to be a flash drive in this computer and has dried up, essentially like welding it into this computer. You can try to wrench it loose, and we can see how that goes, but it's definitely a possibility.
Okay. Okay.
What is Moose doing, real quick, before you continue there, Geller? Anything, or are you playing defense like Carrie?
I'm just making sure that the little mist boy doesn't do anything suspicious.
All right. Could one of you strapping young lads help me?
Actually, no. I just had a thought while thinking about sus things.
Okay.
Can I just keep an ear to a vent or something? Make sure nothing's coming towards us.
There is a vent at the very, like, opposite of... the front has, like, the projector view, right? There is one towards the back of the room. You can go stand under it. It's pretty high up. It's like, towards the ceiling.
I just want to be able to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
You know what? Carrie has a good view of the current creature. I'm just gonna make sure that Worm Boy doesn't come through the vent.
Okay. Yeah, you can certainly keep an eye.
I have decided. It took me like 3 minutes, but I have decided.
You got it. But Dr. Geller calls out for one of you two as, again, Carrie, this weird-looking deer thing is kind of just staring at you from, like, 3 feet away. It just kind of slowly strolled up and is staring at you kind of with its head cocked to the side, inquisitively.
Yeah. Can I like easy like sidestep without breaking eye contact from it?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a temperance check.
Temperance.
Yeah. Throw those
Just
2d6.
2d6.
Yeah. Skill checks are 2d6. It's combat where it's 1.
We'll figure it out one of these days.
Yeah, it's okay.
14.
14?
Yes.
Did you
Look
roll
at him go.
Did you roll boxcars?
I rolled two sixes.
Holy shit! My man got
and
boxcars.
2 temperance.
You are unbelievably smooth. The amount of control over you as you just casually kind of sidestep and back away from this thing, moving towards Dr. Geller, is incredible. And again, it's just kind of looking. It doesn't make any moves. It kind of looks back towards Moose, kind of looks towards Dr. Geller, and then it starts to follow you, Carrie. Just like at a distance, not aggressively, just kind of like, hey, what you doing? What you doing? You know? It's just kind of staring at you. But you can absolutely make it over to the computer with Dr. Geller, yeah.
Dr. Geller kind of is warily watching it and very curiously watching it as it follows after Carrie, but he just kind of quietly speaks over to Carrie next to him.
All right, Carrie. You see the thumb drive in the computer there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could help me get it out?
Yeah, sure. And I was like, walk up, pull it out. It's like a USB, right?
It is. It's kind of like stuck in there from this goo that was slowly falling onto the computer over days. Go ahead and make me an instinct check. We're rolling dice tonight. We didn't roll many dice last time, like outside of combat.
Just to pull out a USB.
Yep.
Whatever.
Well, it's to not destroy the USB in the process of yanking it out of you.
It just turns to dust.
Yeah,
in his
you
palm.
vaporized it. You're far too powerful.
You said what? Instinct?
Instinct, yeah.
That's a 5.
No.
That's a fail. All right. You yank on this thing, and you yank it real good. And as the visitor is slowly approaching, it kind of stops again, like within 3-4 feet of you. Now also next to you, Dr. Geller, just right up next to you folks. And Carrie, this thing is fucking welded in there. This mucus is dried and it's hard, and then a little more fell down from the ceiling, so now it's fresh and wet, and like it is so hard to get a grip on this thing. You grab it, you brace yourself, and you yank, and the plastic bit of it flies off with the metal remaining in, and you go crashing backwards. And all three of you see the visitor in the mist's eyes flash a bright yellow as this crash erupts around the room, and slowly the mist pouring from its back begins to turn a deep, dark purple instead of a blue, and it slowly fills the room at a far more aggressive, not at a faster rate, but just like it feels as if it's thicker, it's spreading, and it's moving, and it's filling up your sight lines, and soon it's getting harder to see. What do you guys do?
I'm saying I'm getting out.
I think first things first. Dr. Geller is just kind of swearing up a storm in frustration. He's just like,
Carrie, you fucking oh! That's the last time I asked for any help from either of you buffoons.
Wow, lumping me in there too. I am sad
Moose was
now.
just watching the vent, bro.
You know what? Geller, you're a wimp. That's all I gotta say.
Damn.
We'll see about that.
Mister, I need a USB stick. Get a fucking USB stick.
Shut up and get yourself to safety before this thing sends you who knows where.
It says the one about the fucking gas mask.
As you three are talking, your sight has almost completely been filled. The only person able to see much of anything is Carrie, because you can see these 4 piercing, glowing yellow eyes staring at you. And as you are throwing insults across the room at each other, Moose is sitting sadly in the back, like, I'm not a
kicking rocks.
It starts to sound like Carrie, it starts to sound like Arthur is a little further from you. Like his voice is starting to echo. And Arthur, it's starting to sound like Carrie's getting pretty far from you, like moving further away. And Moose, you're too sad to realize that the other two are... You can hear them moving further away from you until none of you can hear the others at all. And as the mist fades, you realize that the visitor has moved you somewhere else in the facility.
You know what just happened? We just got inverse teleported.
Yeah, you guys missed the QuickTime event. Real shame. You fucked up my USB puzzle, bro. You messed it up.
It's the problem was we're playing. It's a PlayStation exclusive, right? So when Carrie went to
hold the controller still.
Well, so when Carrie went to grab the USB, it popped up X on screen, but Cody's primarily an Xbox player. I know this is something about him. So when he goes to press X, it's actually like A, you know? So it pressed the wrong button.
So I've got a question. We're gonna go person by person, right? And I'm gonna describe your surroundings briefly, and then we're gonna loop back through the line, and you'll get to do stuff individually because the party has been effectively split. So I'm gonna do it in order of rising distress. Is everyone cool with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So like least distress first.
Yeah, and then we'll loop back around so that you learn you're in the most distress, and then you have to wait the longest to do it. Everyone cool with that? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with Carrie, at least distress.
Yeah, I'm chill.
Carrie, as this dark purplish mist fades around you after you finish shouting at Geller, you realize that you are in a similar sized but very different looking room, one that none of you have been in yet. In the corner, you can see daylight just barely leaking in from a huge, very precarious looking collapsed corner of the room. And overhead, you can see that the supports, just a quick reminder, the L-Corp facilities are buried underground because charges detonated to purposefully trap the abnormalities, right? So this appears that it is the room itself is starting to collapse, but there is just a tiny hole to the outside, as something could have slipped in or out of. But you aren't necessarily worried about that because, again, the room looks like it's about to fucking collapse. Like, within minutes. It is a miracle it hasn't collapsed yet. The only things of note in this room are a large pedestal in the very center with a glass case over it and a nearby manila folder on the floor. You can't read the manila folder, but you can just barely make out what's under that glass case from where you are. And it appears to just be a featureless black ring like you would put on your finger. Next, we're going to move to Dr. Geller. Isn't that exciting, Moose?
What?
Now you know you're in the most distress.
Why? I was just sad boy in the corner.
Dr. Geller, as the jeers of Carrie fade and the sight of Moose gently crying in the corner of the room fade with it, this purple mist disappears from your vision, and in front of you is a sight that you are familiar with. It is a staircase downwards. And across the large stair, it's like one of those that loop around, like one landing down and then the actual floor.
Yeah, like a switchback.
Yeah. On your current floor, on the far wall of the staircase, you can see in bright red letters painted the words Zion and Tet, the two lowest risk rates of abnormalities. And you can only assume that this stairway leads down to the Vav abnormalities. Then we're gonna move on to Moose. Yours was much quicker there, Dr. Geller. Moose, you have your sight blocked not just by tears, but by this dark purple mist. And as it slowly fades and the voices of your shouting compatriots fade, you also come to a familiar sight, one that's much more recent. It is one of the hallway offices. Huh? I thought Cody just, screamed.
That's me moving my mic a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that's not the
It
scary
did.
part.
It sounded like you were drowning in concrete.
That's not the scary part.
It was really
yet.
alarming, actually.
It did sound like Carrie was just 2 or 3 rooms away from me.
He's screaming at the at the ring, bro. No, so this is one of the hallway offices. You can see that the door is closed and kind of barricaded up with a desk and some other general items, and scattered around the floor are a bunch of gas masks and food wrappers and water bottles, but they're all empty. The gas masks are relatively organized into piles and stuff. The door again is barricaded very carefully. It appears that every piece of furniture, every disposable, movable item in here is set to keep this room safe. And as that occurs to you, you feel the barrel of a gun press into your back and a voice whisper in your ear. All right, now don't move. You're gonna tell me exactly what the fuck you're doing down here. And with that, we're gonna loop back around to Carrie real quick.
What?
So Carrie, you're in this very, very precarious room. Again, will you go ahead and make me an insight check?
Where'd my die? There's my die.
We gotta roll some
Alright.
dice in this dice rolling game.
You see, I got the bottom of the barrel because Mason's upset because of how long it took me to get ready today.
Yeah, this was all planned.
I got a 4 on my insight.
All right. Yeah, you're looking around. You see some dust fall from the ceiling. And it's probably fine. Sure, the room looks like it's about to collapse, but there doesn't seem to be anything of actual danger in here. Worst case scenario, you get buried by some rubble and suffocate brutally. But what's your plan here? There is also, if you're just looking around, there is also straight up just a door behind you, back to the hallway.
But okay, so is the outside hole big enough for me?
It would be tight, but more importantly, you don't have to make an insight roll to know it would be very dangerous. If you moved one wrong thing moving up that hole, it is very likely that half your body would be crushed under rubble.
Ugh, fine. Now, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is the ring calling to me?
Do you,
On a scale of 1 to the One Ring.
Yeah, pretty
haunted,
much.
yeah. Do you want to make a temperance check? I guess
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead and make me a temperance check just to see.
8.
A mixed success. You know, when you first got here, that ring looked really normal, but you are in an L Corp facility. Like it's very fashionable for sure. And there is also the Manila folder. That's the only other thing of like real interest.
Yeah, that's a Manila. It's a Manila fort, whatever.
Who
But
cares?
so is
I'm not reading.
Nerd shit.
Is the ring whispering to me at all?
No, the ring is not whispering to you. Even
So
a
it's
little
not
bit.
whispering
It
to
is,
me at all.
as far as you can tell, just a ring. Like, it's pretty cool.
How
looking.
how thick is this glass we're talking about?
Oh no, it's like just a glass panel. You can fucking lift it up. Probably. You don't
Oh,
see
lift
any
it up.
latches or anything on it.
No latches or anything.
No.
Okay.
By the way, are you like walking over to it? You're like 10 feet away
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm examining.
Yeah,
it, you know.
absolutely. Yeah, it's literally just. It looks like it's to keep dust off the ring. The ring is on like a nice little, like a slightly raised part of this podium. It's under this basically just piece of glass. It looks like you can just lift it up.
How much rubble's on the ground right now?
A solid chunk. If you're looking for like a rock or something, they're everywhere.
Yeah, I want like a tiny little like pebble rock, the same size as the ring, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
okay.
like dust falling from the ceiling. If you need a rock of a specific size, it's in here.
Yeah, so I grab a rock around the same size of the ring, maybe
Okay.
a little bit smaller.
Are you gonna Indiana Jones this shit?
I'm going to Indiana Jones.
Oh my god, yes! That's so tight! I'm in love with you, Cody.
So, I assume I can just lift the glass panel up.
Yeah, you can just open it on up. It opens.
All right.
That was the
okay.
sound of glass opening.
All right. So I placed my right hand slightly under the ring,
Okay.
like
All right.
to the right side of it, and I had the replacement rock.
Are you
on the left
touching the
side.
ring?
I mean,
That's a bad question.
maybe Maybe
okay,
a lot-
not answer me honestly, Cody. Did Carrie touch the ring?
not yet. No. Like it's
Okay.
like so it's like I'm like very close.
Okay.
Though. Like,
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
I think Carrie's a glove kind of guy.
Is he? Have we determined that? Have we determined that Carrie's a glove kind of guy?
I'm not gonna watch 6 episodes to figure it out if I ever
don't-
said, yeah, I wear gloves.
I feel like if Carrie is a glove kind of guy, he's a fingerless gloves kind of guy.
Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, yeah, 100%. But those are
Okay.
still.
Counterattack.
Yeah.
All right, he's wearing fingerless gloves. Go for it.
His fingers gloves, handshake on that. Yeah.
Handshake.
All right. And so, what I'm going to do, I want to basically just use the rock to push the ring into the palm of my hand.
Okay. And like leave the rock on the pedestal.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a. What do you want it to be? Do you want it to be temperance for controlling yourself, or do you want to be instinct to like be fast? I'll let you choose.
I also kind of want to read that. I also kind of want to read that folder before I do this.
No, I'm sure it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to do instinct to be fast.
Okay, go for it.
That's an 8.
A mixed success. You very carefully get your hand as close as you possibly can. You do the Indiana Jones like chin rub, finger wiggle,
Yeah.
and you swap them. But the rock moves just a little bit off the center of the podium. It's like an inch from where the ring was sitting. And nothing happens. This was not a trap. You grab the ring, and nothing happens. You don't die. You don't get possessed. What do you do with it?
kind of just like look closer at the ring.
Yeah, it's just like it looks almost like obsidian. It's like kind of a shiny, very sharp black,
So-
but it's like perfectly smooth.
Okay, perfectly smooth. Okay. And while I hold it in my other hand, I just hold it palm open in the hand. The room isn't still falling down or anything, right?
I mean, it's like in the process of breaking. Like it's still precarious, but you have a
right.
second. Yeah.
I want to grab the folder and just make my way out the door.
Yeah, you grab the folder off the ground, and as you begin moving back towards the door, actually, real quick, do you just like pop the ring in your pocket? Or do you put it on?
It's either gonna remain in my hand, open palm,
Okay,
or it's gonna go in my pocket.
okay,
I'm gonna
you choose. Yeah.
say put it in the pocket. Just kind of like,
Yep, you drop it in your pocket. You're good.
yeah, just pick it open, drop my dice, confirm I can do it IRL.
Yep. You grab the manila folder, and as you turn to start walking, you hear a crack from behind you as the ceiling towards the collapsed part of the room begins to fall. And we're gonna move to Dr. Geller real quick.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you to do one more thing.
Oh,
You'll have to
Mason,
wait to come back
you
around.
are a master of cliffhangers. truly.
Thank you. It's really easy when there's just constant danger everywhere, and you guys
That's
don't know what
true.
anything does. So yeah,
This is
you are in front of this stairway. Looking behind you, it is a hallway that you are not familiar with. You guys have not come down this hallway yet, so.
So the stairs go down. So I'm currently looking at a sign that's displaying the Zion levels, right?
Yep.
And then presumably down beneath that is the VOV level.
Yeah, you assume. Yeah.
Can I go deeper than that?
You would have to go down the stairs first.
Dr. Geller will go down the stairs.
Okay.
Because it mentioned when we were reading the documents and stuff, it mentioned the layout of the facility, right?
Yeah.
It's like we've got the Zion and Tet levels, and then the VOV level,
Hold on,
and then I don't remember how to pronounce it.
I was gonna say, wait,
is Hay the last
am
one?
I dumb? Is Hay higher or is Vav higher? I actually forgot, and the wiki isn't loading. Hold on. I think it's Hay. I think I'm dumb. I think I'm very stupid. Yeah, sorry, it's not down to the Vav levels. That would be way worse. You would, like, insta-die. Sorry, it's down to the Hay levels. Well,
I need you to understand something.
Edit that
The
in
VOV
post.
levels, in this
Is
case,
where
the VOV
you wanna
levels
go.
is the goal. That's right.
Okay. Okay. So you start going down this you hop down this, one flight of stairs. Like I said, it's a switchback. You hit the landing. Again, so sorry. Fuck, I can't believe I got my risk
That's okay.
levels
It's
messed
not a
up.
big deal.
Oh, the community will tear me apart. Ah, it's over.
You just gotta fix it in post so they don't come after you.
Yeah, I'll make sure to mention it.
Get the Cody in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The non-existent soundbite.
Yeah. As you hop down this one flight of stairs, indeed, you come to the landing, and you turn around to go down the next set of stairs. But you get about 3 stairs down, and you realize it's really dark. Like, really dark. As in, it looks like there is just a flat, like, floor of darkness. You can't see the 4th step down. And the lights are on overhead. You guys turned on the power. You can see that the stairway goes down further.
Dr. Geller will dip his toe as if to see how cold the water is, but it's dark instead of water.
Make me a check of
Listen, if
some
I die, I
sort.
die. I don't want you to pull any punches.
All right, make me an insight check.
All right. That's gonna be 10.
Curiosity killed the doctor. That is a success. Okay, you step onto this, like, plane of darkness that's, like, perfectly flat, perfectly black, just void. And the second that your, like, tiptoe hits it, you realize that this is a liquid, like a sticky, very thick liquid of
Hate
some
that.
sort.
Hate that.
It's like tar. Like
So theoretically, the entire VOV level of the facility is
consumed.
submerged in some kind of goop.
That is correct. Even the hay level, by the looks of it.
Oh damn! Okay.
Yeah, like it's up to the stairwell, and this is
Gotcha.
like thick. And I want you to imagine, like, we can go back to Indiana Jones. Was there tar in Indiana Jones? I don't remember. I'm thinking like
Surely in at least one of the. I know
Or
for a fact
fire
there's
ants.
quicksand.
okay, yeah, it would be like quicksand. It would be like the land of before time. You remember those? The land before time tar pits.
Yeah, that Don Bluth tar.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you step in it and it's gonna fucking like start sucking you down. Basically, like it is not safe to continue. You pull back your foot, you don't lose your shoe or anything. You are fine.
Okay.
But
I've still got that empty Enkephalin vial, and I'm gonna try and get some goop in it.
okay, you go ahead and scoop up some goo, and would you make me an instinct check as you fill up this little bottle?
That's an 8.
A mixed success. As you grab just a little bit of this substance, you bend down, you kind of, you do the crouch, you dip the vial down, and as you're pulling it up, kind of, I'm guessing that he would like look inside to investigate, essentially, right?
Yeah, you bet.
As you look inside, a tiny white eye opens inside the liquid that wasn't there just a moment before, as if it was right on the surface. And as soon as you notice that, you look down and the floor, or that like surface of tar, is no longer perfectly flat and still. It is rippling, and you can begin to see what look like hands of this gooey, dripping tar begin to slowly pull their way out of the center of the puddle. And
Do I have
pull
some
their
in the
way
vial,
towards
though?
You do.
Alright, I cork the vial, and I fucking bolt.
You start running up the stairs, and we're gonna return to Moose. Moose, you're here, right?
Yep, I'm here.
Excellent. Yeah, you have a gun barrel in your back,
Yep.
and someone just asked you what the hell you're doing here.
First question.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we work for again?
You work for Zoe in Husk office.
Yeah. Watch me forget that in 2 seconds.
That's okay. That's all right.
I'm just going to slowly raise my hands, very slowly,
Mm-hmm.
and then say, "My name is Moose. I was sent down here with 2 other individuals. We're a salvage team looking here to collect anything of value, and we are sent here via Husk office. I know you most likely don't know who they are, but it is a new business that is salvaging the remains of L-Corp facilities. I can only assume you're a member of this previous facility."
You kind of feel the gun barrel like relax just a little bit. It's still like in your back, you can feel it, but like it seems like they're just a little surprised, and you hear the voice go, "Wow, have you been interrogated before? You answered like all my questions before I asked. Like I was gonna ask how many people were with you. I was gonna ask who sent you. No, you just willingly gave that up. Wow. Okay. Follow-up question then. Where the hell is your ego gear?"
Well, first off, I have no idea what that is, and second off, everything that you see on my current person is everything that I brought with me.
You don't have ego gear?
I mean, I got an ego. Not as big as my buddy Carrie, but I got an ego.
This rocks.
Yeah, that's like the opposite of what you want in one of these places. Okay, hold on. Let me get this straight. You are a salvage team. You came down here with just 3 people. 3 people into a relay station, and you don't have ego gear. And you don't know what that is, so none of you have ego gear.
You're making it sound a lot worse than what it probably is.
Are you stupid? Who's in charge of Husk office?
Isn't it a guy named Husk? Isn't that his name? It's not
Oh,
his
it's
name.
so.
It's
It's
so.
so. We just went over this like 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
To be
crap,
fair,
we
he did say he was gonna forget in 2 seconds.
The prophecy is fulfilled.
It's a fellow by the name of Zoe. He's what rank was he again?
You just know he was relatively high-ranking fixer.
Yeah,
back in
he was a
back in his glory
fixer.
days. So what? Wait, what? Why would he send you? Does nobody fucking know what's going on down here? How long has it been? Wait, how long has it been?
How long has it been? I feel like I was the
couple
worst
of
person to be
weeks
sent down
now.
here. I have no idea what's going on. Couple
Time
weeks,
is
okay.
fluid, and I already got the timeline wrong. In my defense, the timeline was never confirmed, and we only recently got some events confirmed with the newest, like, Cantos and Limbus company coming out. So I was guessing. It turns out it doesn't matter. It's my world. Fuck you. Things move fast in the city. Time is a river. It will bend where I want it to. It's been a couple weeks since L-Corp fell.
It's only been a couple of weeks. I can't see it being more than 3.
Then I've been down here for 5 days. No one has investigated? No one's
Wait.
come looking? What's the head
Oh.
doing?
Only 5 days?
Yeah, okay, here. You know what? Pinky
allowed to
promise
turn
you're
around
not gonna
yet?
kill me. Yeah, Pinky promise you're not gonna kill me, and
I
Pinky
bend
promise
my
I'm not gonna
hand
kill you.
around back, giving my pinky.
Yeah, they pinky promise you.
Hell
All right, yeah, you can get up, you can turn around. It sounds like we need each other's help here. I assume that you do so.
Yeah.
Or are you making moves? Okay.
Nope, I'm turning around.
Yeah, you turn around and it is a very tall woman with like auburn hair back in a braid, and she is wearing like
Okay, you say tall, but really quick. Moose is 6'4". How tall is that in relation?
she's about 6 foot. Like
Cool.
she's a tall lady, but she's not taller than you. No. Yeah, Moose and Carrie are both monsters of men, huh? Just
Yeah.
hunks of meat. Yeah, she's got like auburn hair pulled back into a braid, and she's
Actually, I think the
wearing...
best way to describe us is JoJo characters.
You guys are the Pillarmen. That's you.
We're walking around in
So
jock
good.
straps and nothing else.
And she looks kind of ragged. Like she's thin. You can see bags under her eyes. Her hair is like frayed a bit out of the braid, and she is holding what appears to be a 10mm pistol, very similar to the one that Dr. Arthur uses. And she lowers it to her side, and she just looks so tired. She's like, okay, yeah, I've
Really
only
quick
been down
question
here.
before you continue, Mason.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
fine.
Her attire, is she wearing any fancy gear that looks like it might be ego equipment, or is she just random t-shirt like us?
You would have no idea if this was ego gear, but it looks pretty hodgepodge. I will say she does have the L-Corp logo on her clothes, but they're not like armored. It appears
Okay.
to just be like essentially an L-Corp jumpsuit, pretty much.
Then I will assume it is clothing until
Until egoed otherwise.
until egoed otherwise.
She kind of like puts her hand to the bridge of her nose, like pinches it and closes her eyes. She's like, yeah, I've only been down here about 5 days. Okay, when L-Corp fell, I had just started here like a couple days. My name is Carter Byrne, and I was a new member of the suppression team. I was supposed to fight the abnormalities if they ever breached, and keep
God.
things in line.
This is the guy who the PowerPoint was for.
This is a girl. This is the girl who the PowerPoint was for.
The guy is a non-gendered term.
You're right. She is guy. She's guys. Yeah, you are correct. Yes, this is.
She's
the
actually
name
3
for the
guys
PowerPoint.
in one
In a
in one
jumpsuit.
lobotomy
In one
course.
jumpsuit.
jumpsuit.
And she continues. She says, yeah, I was just starting. It was like the first couple days of my training, and I got sick. I got a cold or a flu or something, and they were really nice. They let me stay home even though I just started. And fucking L-Corp fell that day. Like pure coincidence, I was not trapped down here with the rest of my team. And so I gathered up some gear, and I recovered from my cold. It was really rough. My throat was really sore. And I came down here looking for them. And all I found were clothes and things roaming the halls, and I got stuck. I have no idea how the fuck you people made it in here. I take it by the fact that you just appeared in front of me in like a ball of mist Terminator style. I assume that you met the visitor.
Ah, yes. And we also met the drowning worm. That was fun.
Yeah, charming, right? Great smile, that guy. Okay, Yeah, if you guys don't have ego gear, we're fucked. We need to leave, like, now. As you can see, I ran out of food. The gas masks don't last very long if I need to fight off the visitor, so I've been stockpiling him here. I took him off as many bodies as I could, but I'm out of food and water. I haven't eaten for like 2 days. And now you have friends here? So I think that this is gonna be our best chance at getting each other out.
I can agree, but I do have a question before we make any maneuvers.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we're gonna
Where
cut to
the hell am I? and then we can cut.
And then we can cut to Carrie. All right, Carrie, we're back to you. You hear this crash from behind you. What was the question you were gonna ask?
Oh, I was gonna ask. On my way out before I'm running. Can I do the Indiana Jones thing where I drop the folder and I can reach in real quick and then grab it and pull it out? Yeah.
This door wasn't one of the doors that like closes from the top, but it does do that instead. And you drop the manila folder, and right as the door is closing behind you with this room collapsing, you see Carrie's hand reach in and pull out the manila folder.
Fuck yeah.
This room completely fucking just gets obliterated behind you. Like, ain't no going back there. There is no way out besides the stairs you guys came in from. But you are in a hallway that, once again, has not been explored by y'all yet, so you are not familiar with where this is. You can see, to the left, there's just a room, like one of the offices, but this one is a bit bigger, labeled counseling. And aside from that, a couple hallways that branch off. What's your move here, Carrie?
So there's a couple hallways, and then what's at the end?
Just nearby, there's a rather large looking office labeled counseling.
Now I look at it, and I have a little flashback
Mm-hmm.
to my war days. And someone said, and I guess it's my sergeant. He says, "Gary, you're messed up in the head. You need counseling."
Ah, this rocks.
And Carrie walks the other way.
Yeah, and then I walk down their hallway.
Okay, so you're not going into counseling, or was that
Nah.
a bit? Okay. No, you don't have to explore everything I point out to you. This is an options game. Like, don't feel bad.
I want to peek down the hallways.
Okay. You take a quick look. Now that the lights are on, you can make them out. They're kind of long, but you can generally tell what's going on near each of them. Down one hallway, it looks like a huge glass box, but with like something huge and metal on the ceiling, like a big overhead piece of metal of some sort. It's hard to tell from this distance. And down the other one, it looks like, it's kind of hard to tell, actually, because the end of the hallway is covered with a translucent, wet-looking slime that kind of obscures everything beyond it.
So glass or slime or counseling?
Yeah. A hard choice. This is a choice that everyone has to make at some point in their life. Glass or slime or counseling.
I picked slime.
Yeah, I picked slime too. Yeah, slime meta.
I
slime
actually
meta's
went with the
tearing
glass
me up.
route. I regret that every day.
You know
Should have gone with counseling, bro.
Carrie's gonna improve himself. He's gonna walk into counseling.
All right, hell yeah.
Character development?
Holy shit. You throw up in the counseling office, and yeah, it's like pretty big. There's a nice looking wooden desk, like a hefty one. It's got a lot of drawers and stuff. Some pretty nice furniture and a nice relaxing like chair in the middle where you assume people would sit. So yeah, a couple filing cabinets, a big hefty desk. What you looking around for? Or are you gonna sit in the chair and talk about your feelings?
I want to look in the filing cabinets.
Okay. Yeah, you open up some of the filing cabinets, and there are some general notes on like the mental states of employees. Logs of when people went home and stuff. But also, you see thumbing through them, there are these big kind of cases. If you've got like a socket wrench kit at home. Y'all familiar with that? Where it's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's almost like a suitcase, but it's much like thinner to keep all your tools in and stuff. It's kind of those. It's kind of briefcase-esque. There's like
Okay.
there's like
So, but these. Actually, go ahead.
yeah, roll a d6 just real quick.
Just 1d6.
Yeah, just 1d6.
6.
All right, there are 3 cases of whatever this is in here. They're like 3 identical cases in these drawers.
Now, before that, real quick though.
Yeah.
All those notes, were they in also salmonella folders?
Yeah, they were indeed in salmonella folders.
Can I take my folder?
Yeah.
And put it in the filing cabinet?
You do you put it in the correct alphabetical drawer? Oh, you don't know what's on your manila folder. The answer is
I don't know what's
not. You're not gonna look, are you?
I mean, I can look, sure.
I mean, if you want. I'm not making you. Sorry, I don't mean to.
I'll take a look out because Carrie respects whoever's office this was.
That's fair.
But I'm not looking. I'm looking at the alphabetical lettering, not in the folder.
Yeah. So, the top, like the little like rabbit ear of the manila folder, the part where you actually see, what's in it. It has a label, and that label is. I have to go find it. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry.
Can I guess? Can I guess what the label says?
Yeah, sure.
Does the label say 009573?
Maybe. Yeah, I forgot that you had that. Yes, indeed. The label says 009573.
I was like, how the hell did he get the numbers? Does he like
Yeah, I
memorize
fucking
this
got
much
the
shit?
new character sheet, and I left my stuff on it.
No. Because we found information about this.
Oh,
In,
that's right. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
It was in the slideshow.
Wow, I'm so good at dropping hints. Wow. Yeah, it's 009573.
This wasn't because I had the God sheet. This was because I took notes.
So
Now, I go ahead.
I was gonna ask if you file it away right between Octopus and Automatopoeia. There are other manila folders labeled those. Yeah.
Why the fuck do they have a folder labeled onomatopoeia?
But even those are people's names. You see it right next to like Omar and Jeremy.
Germa.
And
But yeah,
Jerma.
I want to open up the folder real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you pop that sucker open. There's only one sheet of paper inside, and it is very reminiscent of like those files you saw in the other abnormalities on the slideshow. And it has like, the nice block layout with like information and name and stuff, except this one is blank. The only pieces of information filled out on this abnormality are its code name, which is, of course, 009573, and the nickname for it, which is Companion in Black. Dr. Arthur Geller. Right? That's next in the order, right? Yeah, Carrie, Arthur, Moose. Okay, so, yeah, these hands of tar are, like, slowly kind of dragging themselves out of this black substance as you are racing back up the stairs.
Does it seem to be following?
You stop at like the top of the stairs and you look down, in between like the floors, and you can see that the hands, at first they kind of just flail about. And I don't want to take away like character control, but I assume that Dr. Geller would like watch for a second, intrigued.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You see them kind of like flailing about, and you see like a couple more eyes generally open, not staring at you or anything, besides the one that's still in your little flask. But as these arms are just kind of moving about, groping around on the like next landing on the stairs, they are slowly moving and laying their palms across it, and then they grip into the floor, and the entire mass of liquid begins to heave itself slowly up the stairs rising in a way that liquid should not evenly, but almost bubbling forward, pulling itself with these limbs that stretch out from the front of it. So yes, it's following.
Can I try and make some kind of check to, like, determine what, like, is it just, like, acting on pure instinct? Is it, like, I'm gonna kill this guy? Is it curious? Is any kind of insight into any of that?
Make me a wisdom check.
Got it. That's a 12.
Oh, you're wisdom as fuck. You're wisest.
Wise ass, as it were.
Yeah, you watch this blob begin to slowly at first pull itself and then kind of flop and move and bubble upwards. And looking at it, it doesn't seem to be necessarily like hateful in any way, but as you look down at the glass vial that previously held enkephalin and now holds a tiny bit of this substance, that eye that appeared on the surface is like fully dilated, just staring at you, and you are much reminded of like an animal that's hunting, something that sees its prey. It looks like this thing is moving on instinct, and it looks like just at a glance, this thing, you probably don't want to get caught by it, because it's probably not very nice.
As it's pulling itself out of the stairwell, is it like the area and the floors below are still full of just like infinitely more of this stuff, or is it leaving a vacated space behind it?
No, it seems to be almost infinite. Like, you don't see that level lower at all as this thing heaves upwards. And again, it's not like natural. It's not like it's rising at a constant rate, like filling upwards. It's like bubbling outwards and like flopping up these stairs, but it's not lowering the liquid below.
All right. Well, yeah, I think Dr. Geller will skedaddle.
It's time to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start moving down this hallway, and you can see something up ahead. Just at a distance from this hallway, you can see what looks like a large glass container with a huge sheet of metal overhead. And
take me to it.
Yeah, as you run, this thing, you're kind of, you're running down this hallway, obviously not excited about what's behind you, but you are looking at this vial in your hand, and as you watch, this eye that's completely focused on you, another one appears. And it's like half the size of the first one, but it opens up and it stares at you too. And behind you, you hear something hit the floor that you're on as this thing pulls itself fully up the stairway and continues moving down the hallway straight towards you.
I'm going to go ahead and put the vial in my pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. This thing is moving relatively slowly, but it does look like it's moving slightly faster than before. It's like a big tar pit, so it's kind of slow still. Like,
so what's up with this big glass container?
Yeah, you enter this next room, and there are a couple of things, right? There's this huge glass box that takes up most of the center of the room, and the large metal thing overhead. Make me an insight check, just because I don't know if it's specifically something Dr. Geller would have worked with.
That is 11.
Okay, it's something that Dr. Geller might have worked with. This is a fume hood used to vacuum away gases and the sort. I dropped my fucking die. Oh. What if I need to roll that? Hold on, sorry, give me a second.
Unbelievable. What's coming out of your
I'm
paycheck?
professional. I'm a professional. Yes. So, this is what appears to be a very large fume hood. Yeah. And you don't know where the fuck it leads to, but it is basically taking up this entire interior of this glass box. And this glass box is not breached. There's no holes in it or anything. And the fume hood is now back on because the power is on. And around the room there are a variety of monitoring stations, stuff like computers, computers on desks, general areas to take notes and stuff. There are some papers scattered about, and yes, some more computers.
All right. First things first. So Arthur's gonna. Everything he's doing is trying to do quickly, knowing that he's being pursued. First things first. Start checking monitors and screens and displays and stuff, just trying to identify like what's this setup for.
Okay.
What's its purpose is the first thing he's gonna try and figure out.
Okay. You're running around kind of looking at these monitors, and these are workstation computers, unlike the presentation room, right, where it was literally just a PowerPoint pulled up. So when the power turned back on, these computers turned on, and they are all locked behind passwords. You can't tell much on them, but the papers scattered around the room, you see a couple folders and stuff, and you grab one up, and it is labeled as Visitor in the Mist Containment. This appears to be where the visitor was contained. This fume hood designed to siphon away its mist so that no one was affected by it and everyone could interact with the visitor.
Got it.
Yippee!
Got it. Okay. Does there seem to be any way to open the big glass thing?
There looks to be some sort of machinery on one of the sides that just like lifts one of the glass walls basically straight up, but you would assume that it's hooked into machinery of some sort. Maybe one of these computers can give a command, but like I said, it's not open at all.
I would like for it to be open.
Okay. We can try. Yeah, let's see you. You could try to investigate the components itself, or you could try to get into one of these computers, I suppose.
I'll try and get into one of the computers.
Okay. I'm gonna make you make a insight roll, but I'm gonna make it hard. I'm gonna give you a -1 to the roll.
Got it.
So this is literally just a password.
That's boxcars, baby.
Holy
That's a 13
shit.
with the -1.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you notice a sticky note on the side of the monitor. And
That's so funny.
the password is Red Mist Fanboy 2022.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, you dash this little password in. Boy, L Corp is full of fucking morons, huh? They can't make presentations.
No wonder it collapsed.
They
No
can't-
fucking wonder.
They write down their passwords. Jeez.
L Corp is run
Unprofessional.
by middle school teachers.
Yeah, you crack this sucker open. Easiest thing of your life. It was literally that password. They didn't like update it bi-weekly like you're supposed to in government facilities. Yeah, you can see there are a variety of like readings around. All seem to be at 0 right now. You can see some of the papers nearby printed out in folders and stuff. It appears to be like energy signatures, which of course is the purpose of containing abnormalities, to harvest them for energy, and records of interactions that people had with the visitor. And you can see that on the desktop there's like a command prompt essentially. They're running, I don't know, Windows XP. I don't fucking know. But one of the like preloaded commands is open containment, and you can.
Yeah, I would like to open the containment, and if possible, I would like to disable the fume hood.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely dash in both of those. Yeah, both of
Okay,
those things
good.
happen. Hell yeah.
All right, now Mason, I have a plan, and I'm going to describe it to you now.
Oh boy.
I would like to position myself. The container is made of glass, you said, right?
Yes, it's like thick glass, but it is glass.
Yeah, but it is transparent.
Yes.
I would like to put myself on the opposite side of it,
Okay.
so that the opening, so like I'm closest to a closed wall of glass. Then there's like the container, and then the direction that I came from
Is the open side?
is the open side.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna stand there and wait for the tar thing to come, while standing on the other side of the glass container. And in an ideal world, it will, come toward me, but then be stopped by the glass, maybe.
This is going to be an interesting interaction.
And I guess I'll just tell you now how my plan to fully execute this is. Oh, also, I would like to ask about the tar thing.
Yeah.
Does it have like a constant trail of tar going back?
Yes, it seems to be
So it's
basically
still connected to the larger mass.
Yeah, it's like it appears to be infinite. As you look down this hallway, it's like slowly filling the hallway up as it crawls towards you. It is not behaving like liquid at all.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So if I can lure it into the glass container, once enough of it is in there, then I'm gonna try and re-enable the fume hood and turn it on the highest setting possible to start sucking tar. I don't know if it'll work, but this is my...
So this is gonna be awesome, not for you, but for me.
Got it.
It's gonna be awesome.
I can think of a number of ways that this could go horribly wrong.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now what one of them is, because you're gonna make me an insight check.
You bet. You bet. That is a 10.
That is awesome. You fully succeeded. It's not gonna be as bad as it could be, but oh boy, do I have a surprise for Dr. Geller. You wedge yourself into this glass box, and you.
No, I want to be
this
behind
plan.
the glass box.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, sorry.
Where there's a wall between me and the...
Yeah, okay, I see
in an
what
ideal
you're saying.
world, it's not smart enough
not
to know
in the
that,
glass
like,
box.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want it to experience the Harry Potter owl, where it's like thump,
Gotcha.
and I'm on the other side of it.
Okay, this is still gonna go really bad. As this tar monster continues crawling forward, you see it like filling up, expanding, making itself larger. You can see its tar seeping under the doors and the offices on the way down this hallway as it approaches you with these eyes popping out and closing in the front of its head, opening and then closing and opening, and these arms are just pulling it. There's like dozens of arms slowly pulling it forward, and it does continue straight ahead. And as it enters the room, just when you think that this plan is going to work wonderfully, you notice something out of the corner of your eye. And from the other side of the room, on the far right, out of an open vent, you see something begin to slither out and turn towards you with a smile.
No!